We're here to discuss music as a product. I'd love to bring up the idea of the value of music these days as a product. Just going down the panel, or if anyone would like to speak up straight away, what do you guys think of the value of music these days? Has it been devalued? And is it still the main driver in the music industry, the actual music product, either digital or physical?
As someone who runs web servers and all that sort of stuff, I approach it from basically a mathematical perspective, and that's if a piece of art is popular enough, eventually someone will share it. So beyond a certain level of popularity, you have no choice, your music will be available for free. Someone will take that choice from you. That's the world we live in. So kind of getting worried about how to control that particular thing has no meaning, because no matter what technological hurdles get thrown in the way, they will be broken because it's a very small number of people trying to create that technology, and the rest of the several billion people online who are actually, doing this stuff because they love it and they like finding out how things work. So what that allows, though, is that gives you more reach. So it's that particular file. Obviously, certain people think that doesn't have a monetary value, but what that does is give you a lot more reach and take that promotion and stuff out of your hands. People are doing promotion for you. So exactly, it's about turning that into other revenue opportunities and doing interesting things, because, if that's going to happen anyway, capture it yourself. Certain people will go and look on iTunes. If they hear something, they just want to get it straight away. So, you've got to get that stuff there, but you might as well also have your own control, so you know who those people are that's downloading your stuff. If someone buys from iTunes, you have no idea who they are. If you actually take control and release something from yourself, so there's people who are a bit more discerning, who want to come and check out your website first, see what you're about, you can then get their email address and you actually start a proper one-to-one relationship with them. And then you can chase those bigger, more interesting revenue streams. And there's some amazing stuff happening with bands that will do, release albums for free, use that to promote themselves because they've got access to the entire world of internet people, and then do really great stuff. Like, one of my favorite pieces of kind of parallel revenue stream is a band from New York called Francis and the Lights, and they did a pre-album release, did some really great, simple, fast, effective, awesome videos, and then they had a range of kind of merch, from t-shirts up to their premium merch was a neon sign that said "and the lights," which was like $500 US. So it's getting, knowing that people will find you whether you do anything or not. If you're popular enough, if people like your stuff, they're going to come and have your information. So you need to then be able to grab those people and use them to make money as an artist.
I think that there's been a whole lot of paranoia about the advent of technology and its effect on music. I don't think that the need for new business models in the music industry is necessarily the end of the world. We've been through format changes time and again. We went from vinyl and tape and onto CD, and for those who remember, there was the tape levy introduced with CDs because of this rampant fear that there would only be one CD purchased by any artist and everybody would just rampantly copy it. And it wasn't the case. And this is just another new technology, and the industry will adjust to it, and the same technology that's being used to currently circumvent the rights of copyright holders will be used to protect them.
How do you guys purchase your music, and what format do you buy in, and what was the last music product that you bought?
I was just going to say, I agree with you again, Simon, that to me nothing beats that experience of opening up that CD for the first time, looking at the artwork, looking at the lyrics. And last night actually, I went online to buy a record from a band, but I'm getting it sent over with a t-shirt pack as well, kind of thing. So that band was a band I saw last year in Leeds called The Creature with the Atom Brain, and they just blew me away. That was the support to the Dead Weather, and they blew the Dead Weather out of the water. But last night, while that was a physical CD that I bought while I was still on the net, I did also buy Here Comes the Hot Stepper on iTunes, because I find what I do is I buy just to make cheesy tunes on iTunes to be able to make just mixtapes and stuff like that. I don't buy digital albums because I need to have the artwork. I love having all the CD spines and all the artwork in my collection, and I love being able to go through that art, because to me it's art. So it's more than just going on my iTunes and looking at, you know, what I have in my playlist and you've just got the CD art. I mean, it's just, that's quite boring to me. I need to have the real art, so don't hold that against me.
To me, buying a CD kind of annoys me because it's a bit of a waste of plastic. And what will happen is it comes to me, you know, generally I buy them online, so it'll be delivered to me, I'll put it in my computer and rip it to my media player, which is my iTunes, but same sort of deal, and then it goes on the shelf. And you know, I studied graphic design, so to me art is important, but it's about the art of the website and, you know, the videos that these people are making and all that sort of stuff. So when I buy products, occasionally I'll buy a CD if I can't find it digitally, and you know, if it's something big and I can't get it digitally in a reasonable medium, then I'll happily find it from, you know, if one of my friends has got it or whatever, because it's kind of, I think, a bit pointless to sort of spend money on something that is this kind of giant thing that there's not much to it. But what I tend to do is I'll discover music. For instance, like my most recent purchase is this shirt, which is from Reggie Watts, who's a kind of a beatboxing, surrealist, comedian, weird man, and he's released ridiculous amounts of stuff on Vimeo and online, loads of videos and loads of free stuff. So I kind of tend to go through that. And if I really, really like something, I'll track down to try and... So he released a couple of shirts and I bought all of them because I thought he was amazing and I love to kind of spread who he is.
I just want to add one more thing quickly to that. Yes, I also bought the Crowded House album, but instead of buying the, you know, just the standard jewel case one, I bought the Digipack, and it's got another CD in it or something, a DVD. I haven't actually watched it yet. But those kind of things as well are another way that I see you can sort of... iTunes is great, you can buy the iTunes album, but for people who do want to buy the physical album, you've got different things that you can still get out of it kind of thing. So you can get a special edition album, and then you can't really get those kind of things on iTunes. So that, you know, they might throw in something a bit extra, but you get more of a piece of art with that.
Just on a personal level, I have 7-year-old twins, and I believe I'm watching the advent of the generation that will never own a CD player. My daughter has a CD player, so I have to confess that the last CD I purchased was Miley Cyrus. That's what's going on in our house. However, my son will never own one, and that's not because I'm an asshole and I won't buy him one. It's because he's really into music and he's really into lyrics. But I can see already he's kind of going to skip over this idea of a CD player and he'll go straight to some kind of, you know, iGadget, maybe an iPod or something like that. I really believe I'm looking at this generation of children that they'll just look at my CD collection and go, Mum. But I do believe that artists who don't want their music to be downloaded for free should be respected for that. And I believe if it doesn't start with musicians and songwriters, we cannot expect the broader community to stop downloading music for free. So having said that, I am into downloading and my household's into downloading, but nobody will talk to me about downloading illegal downloads that they've made, because I will give them that speech about if it doesn't start with us, we cannot expect people to respect it, that it's stealing.